I'm Robin Everett, a Glasgow-based artist. I grew up in the Middle East, in Dubai, spent 13 years out in the desert, and then came back here to study at art school. 4 years later, I'm still here. I'm a painter, and my work is based around Scotland and the Highlands, and just the ineffable experience of being in such a wild place. Solitude is the driving force behind the creativity. It's, without distractions, when you're just there on your own, you transcend the company of other people. You stop, your internal monologue comes out, and you stop sort of thinking about what you're saying in relation to other people. And it just comes straight out. There's no sort of censorship or editing. There are site-specific paintings that I do that are solely in that place, and they'll forever remain in that place. So there's no sort of, you can't disconnect them from there. And those are the ones that I will be doing in the field. And then I'll bring things like this back and work from the general, the direct experience of those works to put them on a larger scale, something that can't be managed. Yeah. This is one of the most recent pieces that I've been working on, which is it's sort of the culmination of a 4-day trip north of Fort William to Loch Morar. I imagine that an entire series will come out of it, because it's been quite a big sort of thing. It's put into scope how we interact with the landscape, and how much at its mercy we are. It's an indefinite process in itself. You can never ever be finished with it, and it's something that you constantly learn from, and it fulfills the basic human desire to create. You spend so much time in your head sort of thinking about your own work and creating your own work that it then becomes something so sort of insular and personal that you never really sort of think about the end result. You then don't have the confidence in that that other people will sort of understand. You forget why you're actually making work, and to sort of to communicate to people these sorts of things. And yes, Snug is that's what they're there for, and that's what they do. They focus on the marketing side of the artwork so that I can focus on making the work, and instead of spending so much time trying to actually promote myself when I've got nothing to promote, they really sort of give me the necessary time and space to do these things, whilst they take care of the very necessary marketing and sort of public relations side of the work. I want people to find their own sort of exploration in my work. I want them to sort of to relate to it their own journeys, whatever they may be, whether they directly relate to the work or whether they find some sort of longing in the work. I like to try and keep it ambiguous in that sense. There's a constant battle. It's like a constant contradiction. You want to do something that's so intensely personal that releases all this within you, but then you're also trying to get other people to see this. It's the message that you're trying to put across. That's what art exists for, is to represent what you can't say in words, or what you can't put in writing. In the future, I would just like to keep painting, and whatever direction my artwork takes, it will always be rooted in painting. It's the form I've found that I am comfortable with, and that I can best say what I want to say. Some people it's writing, some people it's drawing. For me, it's painting.